We are raised on a comfortable lie. From the moment we learn how to understand language, society keeps repeating the same message. Be good, be kind, sacrifice yourself, and life will reward you. But as you grow older, something starts to feel off. You look around and realize the world doesn't actually reward goodness. It rewards strength, boundaries, and power. Look at your own life for a second. Think about all the times you stayed silent when you wanted to speak up. Every time you said yes to something that drained you just to avoid a few seconds of awkwardness. Every time you chose someone else's comfort over your own self-respect. People call you a good person, but deep down you feel tired, invisible, and stuck. Because your goodness isn't really a choice anymore. It's a cage built from fear and the need for approval. The philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche noticed this long before modern psychology did. He called it slave morality. He saw that society started praising weakness and calling it virtue. In nature, strength isn't evil. It's respected because it can protect itself. But humans flipped the rules. We began calling harmlessness goodness. Here's the uncomfortable truth. If you can't say no, if you can't defend your boundaries, if you can't stand up for yourself, you're not peaceful, you're just harmless. And harmless people don't get respected, they get ignored or used. There's a huge difference between someone who has power and chooses restraint and someone who has no power at all. One is disciplined, the other is vulnerable. Psychology explains this pattern clearly. It's called pathological agreeableness. Most people-pleasers weren't born this way, they learned it. As a child, you were rewarded for being easy, quiet, and convenient. You learned that being agreeable kept you safe. Over time, that behavior became your personality. But here's the dark truth. People-pleasing isn't kindness, it's fear. Fear of rejection, fear of conflict, fear of being disliked. You're not being nice because you genuinely want to be. You're being nice because you're trying to control how people see you. You're trying to buy safety. And respect is never bought. Respect is built through boundaries. When you don't set limits, you teach people how to treat you. Every ignored boundary silently tells others that your needs matter less. Carl Jung explained this even deeper with the concept of the shadow. According to Jung, every human has suppressed anger, aggression, ego, and self-interest. Most good people try to get rid of this side of themselves. They want to be pure, harmless, and liked by everyone. But Jung warned that whatever you suppress doesn't disappear. It grows in the dark. It comes out as resentment, passive aggression, burnout, and emotional collapse. Psychological health isn't about being pure, it's about being whole. A whole person can be kind and still say, "That's enough, don't cross this line." Without your shadow, you don't become moral, you become invisible. You can see this pattern clearly in real life, especially at work and in relationships. There's always that one person who does extra work, stays late, never complains, and always tries to help. Everyone calls them nice and reliable, but when it's time for promotion or respect, they're overlooked. Why? Because leaders protect their time and energy. Tools don't. People who set boundaries are seen as valuable. People who don't are seen as replaceable. Being too nice gives short-term comfort, but it destroys long-term respect. So how do you break out of this cage? Not by becoming rude, not by becoming selfish, but by becoming capable. You need strength with control. Someone who can be firm without being aggressive. Someone who can say no without feeling guilty. Start small. Say one honest no without explaining yourself. Set one boundary, even if it feels uncomfortable. Choose short-term discomfort over long-term self-betrayal. Because when you don't have strength, kindness isn't a choice, it's survival. Don't destroy the good person inside you. Upgrade them. Kindness without power isn't virtue, it's self-neglect. If this video made sense to you, subscribe.